So, to be a leader of a parliamentary party, you have to have a seat in Parliament. That's the ticket to entry. You only get to be the leader. Your colleagues vote you in to that position. So, say that the coalition had won the election, but Dutton still lost his seat. Essentially, what those Liberal Party members of Parliament would have to do is elect a new leader. Of course, they're doing that now because they've lost him as the leader of the party from an opposition position. We don't really know how many seats the Greens have won or lost in this election. There's a lot of counting that's still happening and some tight races there, so we'll need to see where the dust settles. But the question is, if 1.5 million Australians voted for the Greens in this election and they didn't end up with any seats or only one seat, it's a fair question. It comes down to our preferential system of voting. So unless the Greens get very close to winning that 50% of the vote in first preferences, they're relying on other parties to preference them ahead of the major parties. And that's a really, really big ask. So it's how our system works, and it's one of those quirks, I guess. Look, again, we don't know how the Teals have performed in this election, but certainly in the seats that they have definitely won, some very strong performances there. There's a couple of seats that they're still counting. It's quite a close race for a couple of the Teals who won in the last election. When it comes to looking at their performance, it's raised all sorts of questions, again, as it did in the last election, about whether they're a party or not. Certainly people who back the Teals are very passionate about this question. They say that they're absolutely not a party. They are community independents. And the Electoral Commission agrees they are independent candidates when it comes to the rules. But when it comes to how they're organised, how they're funded, how their campaigns are run, certainly plenty of critics having a look at that and saying they are a party. They do have a common policy platform. So expect this to be another question as we head into the next election.